Hey everybody, Jackie Who with the Who in Blue Real Estate Group wanted to come in and discuss with you the NAR changes that have gone into effect on August 17th. We're about a month into those changes, and we wanted to give you the Who in Blue take on those changes because the media's had a lot to say and we have had a lot of thoughts behind the scenes but just haven't talked about them publicly like this. So stay tuned because I'm gonna break it down for you. So the NAR settlement that happened earlier this year, and then the effects that went into effect August 17th, so about a month ago, are being touted as this huge shift in the industry. There's so much more transparency, so many things are changing, when in reality, I don't feel like that much is actually going to change for the consumer. It's more going to change for us on the back end, like more administrative stuff, to be honest. So the biggest thing that you probably have heard about is that compensation for real estate agents is now negotiable. Okay, that was a myth, or it's always been negotiable. There's never been a time that commission has not been negotiable. Now, however, the change is that it was previously decided upon between the listing agent and the seller, and then an amount was offered to agents on the MLS. So when you're going to show properties, you would see, hey, 2.5, 2%, 10% is being offered to a buyer's agent. Now that is no longer allowed to be shown on the MLS. The seller and listing agent can still negotiate and agree to pay the listing agent a certain amount and pay a buyer's agent a certain amount, but now it just can't be shown on the MLS. Again, that has not changed. It just can't be shown on the MLS, which to me is more of an administrative thing than a actual huge switch in the industry. I would say 95 to 97% of our sellers are still choosing to offer a compensation to a buyer's agent. Me, as somebody who buys properties, remodels them, and puts them for sale in the market, I am choosing to offer a buyer's agent a compensation. For a variety of reasons, and I'll try to go through them quickly, but if my house is for sale and it's not offering a compensation, and my next door neighbor's house is for sale and it is offering a compensation, which house is a buyer going to choose? The one where they have to come out of pocket on my house an additional amount, or the one where there's already compensation offered to the buyer's agent who is doing a job and should get paid? Which house are they going to choose? So if I'm trying to get my house sold as fast as possible, I'm going to offer a compensation to a buyer's agent. That's why most of our sellers are still electing to pay a buyer's agent commission. We're just not able to put it on the MLS. If a buyer's agent calls us and says, are you offering compensation? We say yes. Again, that's more administrative. It's being touted as this big transparent thing, and really it's like an administrative thing. The other reasons that I, as a seller, am offering compensation to buyer's agents is because I believe that they deserve to be paid for their work, and also most buyers can't come out of pocket an additional $40,000 when they're usually making one of the biggest purchases of their life. So I believe in offering it. I know that I might seem biased because I'm also a real estate agent, but I genuinely believe that it's good for both parties to have fiduciary duty, somebody putting their needs above their own, and it's good for those people to get paid for it because they work really hard and are available at all times and are experts in their field. Now on to the other outcomes from the NAR settlement. The other biggest one I would say is that before a buyer can step foot into a property to see it, they now need to sign some sort of agreement with the agent showing them the property, agreeing to the right that the agent has to help this buyer buy the property, and then also the commission that the buyer is willing to pay the buyer's agent. Again, to me, that's kind of administrative stuff because this is kind of administrative stuff. I won't go into that, that's a little bit more complicated, but to me it's more administrative. And then now the other thing that we're starting to see now that we're about a month in is buyer's agents now have an opportunity to negotiate their commission directly with the seller versus the seller and listing agent being able to negotiate it on their behalf. So those are three really the biggest changes. I know that it's been touted as this huge industry change, but to me it's kind of basic. Yes, we're seeing some effects on our end as an agent, but really to the consumer, I don't feel like there's been that much difference so far. What do you guys think? Do you disagree with me, agree with me, think I have a hot take? Would love to hear your opinion.